And Kreutzman gets up and he goes, the equipment's not here, but I'm going to do something I never did before. I'm going to give you Grateful Dead 101. And for the next 45 minutes, he kind of gave a lecture. It was like being in a college lecture.
That's so
with
cool.
The Grateful Dead. It was really cool. It was one of my supreme moments of the Dead. Hey, the most important conversations with people are unrehearsed and candid. I had a conversation with Lars Smith about his pizza journey that was casual and spontaneous. After we ended discussing pizza, we discussed our mutual love for the Grateful Dead. Lars is the owner of State of Mind Public House, located in California. He explained how they played Dead tunes at his place regularly. We talked about Dead & Co. and what he felt his experiences were at the shows, our other concert experiences with the Grateful Dead, and my unexpected encounter with Bill Kreuztman in a bar. This video is sponsored by TeePublic, the world's most prominent place for independent creators who sell the highest quality merchandise bearing their art. I'll feature a few at the end of this video, a couple of their t-shirts, and know as an affiliate, I may be compensated to purchase through my links. Here's a conversation with Lars. Okay. Don't go anywhere. Okay, we're not done. Hey, buddy, thanks a lot. I see a Dead & Company poster in back of you.
That's the one I have mounted. I got my couch has 20 other posters under kidding. There.
So you've seen Dead & Company.
Every year I've been able to see them. I have seen them.
And what do you think?
It's hard for me. I've learned to love it. The first couple times I saw it, they're playing really slow, but clearly John Mayer, I wouldn't say clearly, but in some senses, he's the best vocalist they've ever had. He's on key every time.
Yeah.
His voice isn't shot ever, but it's not the same, but that I keep on going back to, okay, well, what else do I want to listen to?
Right.
I certainly wouldn't listen to Dead & Co. not live. I'm not at home listening to it, but
right.
I enjoy watching it. And, I saw Jerry when I was young. I don't remember it, but my dad, they used to play at Stanford Frost Amphitheater. They do family shows on Sunday when they're in town. And my dad says he took us to that. I don't remember. I remember when Jerry died.
Yeah.
One of the first times I saw my dad cry. But I went to Further Festival, the first Further Festival at Shoreline they had the year after Jerry died, and saw Jorma Kaukonen play lead with the rest of the band, and Bruce Hornsby came out. And I've seen every iteration of the band since then.
Wow. Oh man, you're a true historian because you've gotten to see all kinds of
Further. Yeah, I've seen it all. But I like it all.
Yeah.
Rat Dog, Phil Lesh and Friends, you name it. It's all. Yeah. I'll take it all in. I don't know about favorites or not favorites.
Yeah, no. I was real fortunate. Been living in Hawaii since '86. Jerry, Dead have never played. They were here in the '70s, but they have never came here. But Jerry did a show at the Waikiki Shell in 1990. Very memorable show. That was just fantastic. Really enjoyed that an awful lot.
He was there with Billy a lot towards the end of his life. He said that some of that might have saved his life, even though he ultimately passed.
That's right.
On the islands of
Billy lives on. Yeah, he lives on the island of Kauai. And really,
that's who I want to hang. I mean, Bobby and all that, but Billy seems like he still knows how to have fun. He seems like it would be a fun guy to hang out with.
Absolutely, no. I'll tell you. I mean, the only member I did an interview with Robert Hunter, but.
Jerry and I both got out of the Army at the same time and were hanging around the streets of Palo Alto. He was 18, I was 19. I was wandering around the streets and went into a coffee house, and he was sitting there with Alan Trist, and it struck up quite a conversation, which has never really ended.
But other than that, the only Dead member I met was Kreutzmann, and it was in the early '80s in a little tiny bar in Vermont. He was playing with Kingfish, one of their iterations. And believe it or not, Brent was supposed to play keyboards on that show, injured, didn't make it. Mm-hmm. And so I met Billy at the bar. We exchanged pleasantries. I gave him a number, oh, thanks a lot, kind of thing. And the buddy I was with, he looks over and he goes, "Hey man, tell me, is this guy a narc?" I said, "No, man, that's my buddy Dave. He's fine." So, and it was kind of interesting because The show was supposed to start, I think, at 7, and they
Hmm.
had no equipment. So the equipment is on its way from Albany. It was a snowstorm or whatever. And Kreutzmann gets up and he goes, the equipment's not here, but I'm going to do something I never did before. I'm going to give you Grateful Dead 101. And for the next 45 minutes, he kind of gave a lecture. It was like being in a college lecture
That's so
with the
cool.
Grateful Dead. It was really cool. It was one of my supreme moments of the Dead. That's for
I
sure.
love that.
Yeah.
That's really
And
cool.
I did a couple of years ago. Phil played here in Honolulu for a New Year's Eve show. Oh man, blew me away. Couldn't believe it. Just Phil, just fantastic. Still,
He's and the band was incredible that he was playing with, and his son and Phil Lesh and friends towards the end was pretty incredible. And like their trucks would sit in with them, and like he'd have all kinds of
right,
because he had
right,
a restaurant
right.
here in Marin for a while, and he
I
would
wanted
just
to ask you
play.
about that. Yeah. Was
My
that
uncle used to go a lot,
was
but
that
I only went
Stillwater?
twice.
Was that
No,
no?
Stillwater is around. This was Terrapin.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna say Terrapin Station, but why do I think it was called like Terrapin Landing or something like that? But there was music there 7 nights a week. They had a back area where they could have music. They had a room that they'd have music, and Phil would just jam sometimes.
Wow. Wow. But for sadly the restaurant closed. So
Yeah, there
um
was some weird. He was sick, right? We all know that at this point now. That I
right,
don't think that
right.
he's been sick for a while. But there also was this weird. It's right on the water, and like some of the land that he was leasing actually was owned by the city. So like it was kind
Oh,
of like a really unique situation. So
sure.
I think it maybe did not work out, but the effort or just the politics of it didn't work out.
Yep.
It was
Yep.
pretty cool.
Yeah, well, awesome. Hey, Lars, man, I really appreciate you spending
Thank
time with
you.
me. Let's do it again sometime if
I'd love to.
and you're going to Pizza Expo.
I'll be there.
You're gonna represent California Milk Advisory Board. You're gonna be part of
Hmm.
their
We're
stuff.
doing their booth. I'm doing their booth on Wednesday afternoon, and then I'm doing 2 demos and 2 seminars for Pizza
Oh,
Expo while I'm
wow.
there
Oh,
too.
that's great.
So
That's
it'll be
great.
exciting.
Yeah, and my old buddy's Glenn Cybulski's gonna be with you.
Yep.
You know, yeah.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
my friend, I really
Thank you.
appreciate it. I will get this up in the next week or two or a month, but
No
hopefully at least
worries.
we've got it. At least it's recorded. So,
Yeah. Well, thank you. Have a great day.
thanks. Take care.